Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for coming today to hear about Onyx Gold. For those who don't know me, my name is Colterjohn and I'm President and CEO of Onyx Gold. So Onyx is a relatively new company. We're about just over a year old. We were created via spinout of High Gold Mining. Basically, we spun out all the Canadian assets into a pure play exploration company. We raised $8.4 million non-brokered in July last year. And what are we is we have two portfolios between two jurisdictions in Canada. We have 4 properties in the Yukon, totaling about 227 kilometers, right beside Snowline in this emerging world-class gold camp. We also have one of the largest land positions in Timmins, obviously Canada's largest gold-producing area, a long history there, but we believe it's been held back due to fragmented ownership, and we really look forward to unlocking further value there. We have a management team that has a track record of execution, and we still have about $2 million in hard dollars. So this is a capital structure with about 48.5 million shares outstanding. We have 3 gold companies that own 21% of us. Our largest institution shareholder is Franklin Templeton at 9.9%. And then we also have several other institutions running up about 20%. We also have a large contingent of high net worth individuals owning our story. They've given kind of the risk reward of our assets and the jurisdictions and the potential upside, given our market cap. And the limited float we have, we can literally re-rate quite significantly on the back of further exploration success. Timmins needs really no introduction. It's a well-established area with power, people, infrastructure. It's got everything you need. The one thing it doesn't have is it's starting to, the amount of ounces being replenished here is quite low. And as you can see in this chart here, that there's quite a bit of excess milling capacity within the camp. So in the mill head grades are between 2 to 4 grams. So clearly there's an opportunity here for a company like us to make new discoveries. And it's pretty logical that you could go through one of these existing mills, which reduces permitting risk, timelines, capital requirements. We think we have standalone discoveries, but there's a logical solution here for a lot of these producers who are looking for that additional mill feed. This is our total land position. It's about 430 square kilometers between 3 properties. What we've been doing for several years now is we've been quietly consolidating these land positions. We've done over 40 deals since 2019 to grow most of these properties. Munro Creek in the eastern part of Timmins is our flagship property in the area. It's surrounded by multi-million ounce developers and one gold producer, the Black Fox Complex by McEwen Mining. We've done over 27 deals alone at Munro Creek to grow the property from 3.6 square kilometers to over 104 square kilometers now. So it's got this big scale now and what we've been doing is consolidating some of these patent claims and properties that have been held for over 100 years by these families, because we control the Croesus mine, which is extremely high grade, is one of the highest grade past producing mines in Ontario. It was 100 years ago, created a patent staking rush. Everyone wanted a piece of land, and that's what we've been unwinding is that legacy. So it's highly underexplored because of that fragmented ownership. So zooming into the property, like I said, we're surrounded by Mayfair Gold, Stellar, and Black Fox, the McEwen Mining. We've made 2 material greenfield discoveries in the last since late 2022. Argus is hosted by the Pipestone, about 6 kilometers away from Fengib. It's a bulk tonnage near surface opportunity. And then we also made a new high-grade vein discovery. It's a parallel near-surface vein to the historic Croesus mine. So, this property's got that nice blend of bulk tonnage scale opportunities in addition to high-grade near-surface. This is the Argus zone. You can see the timeline of discovery here. So we originally, on the back of land assembly and consolidation, we drilled this in late 2022 and got the first drill results in the eastern part, 136 meters of 0.54. Within there, very Fengib-like grades and width, 63 or 0.8. And then in subsequent programs, the first ever program was Onyx Gold last year in November, December, we continue to do big step outs towards the west. And our westernmost hole at the end of the program was always a nice cliffhanger was we got 30 meters of a gram. So in order to validate that, we did a 5-hole program in April of this year. And as you can see, there's a track record here of this thing getting stronger and better as we go west. And we're really excited about this opportunity. What we also did, which we announced earlier this week, so it's very new, is we announced a new northern Argus North discovery, 48 meters of 1.9 grams, and within there's 10 meters of 4 grams, some really nice underground mining widths. So really excited about that, and it's completely open on towards the surface as well as the depth. You can see some of in the cross section, some of the holes were short of that discovery. So we love to extend those holes, very inexpensive to do that, and then chase it towards the surface where we've been conducting trenching and all that good stuff and channel sampling. So really excited about to get it back here. I think we're really on to something. In addition to that north discovery, we're announcing things like 63 meters of a gram and 17 of 2.2. So you can clearly see this is evolving into a really material open pit type of greenfield discovery in a brownfield world-class camp. What we're also really excited here is it's completely open towards the west. There's a Barton Creek fault which offsets it a little bit, the pipestone. The zone itself is about 750 meters long of strike, about 200 meters wide. It's completely open east and west, but we're really excited about this western part because it's completely undrilled. It's the same host rock, the varolitic basalts, completely outcrop along a ridge, and we're getting grab samples up to 2.4, 4 grams, several hundred meters away from where we've drilled. So this is a completely undrilled area. You can see that potential upside, where we get really excited about what we see here and the opportunity here. Obviously early days, but I think this is something we're on the start to something special. The other thing I've done last year, we made a high-grade vein discovery. Like I mentioned, it's 320 meters away, or 350 meters away from the historic Croesus mine, and it's a parallel vein. And basically, the old timers missed it because it was under a marsh. So it's not an outcrop, but it's the type of grades and widths that were mined all day long. Beautiful quartz veins with visible gold. We completed about 17 holes in the spring to figure out the orientation of the high-grade plunge. It's only 55 meters below surface, so these are about 100-meter holes. Really easy to do, and you can see we've determined the orientation while getting some good results. Half a meter of 52, a meter of 26. In addition to that, a meter of 122 grams within that foot-wide vein of 363 grams, so which is on that photo right there. Now that we've understood it much better, we look forward to step out, and obviously these type of systems have deep vertical extent, as well as on strike, they pinch and swell. So now we understand the orientation much better. We look forward to stepping out, and hopefully it turns in from half a meter to a couple meters of similar grades, and we're really off to the races given it's only 55 meters below surface, and it's on patent claims. And then beyond those two discoveries, we got a strong pipeline of growth here within this property. Like I said, we've done 27 deals since 2019 to grow this property significantly. And a lot of these targets that are listed here haven't seen any exploration or real work in 20 to 30 years. So in addition to these, so I think we're going to be really busy on this property, and I believe we'll get generate a lot of news on this property. Really excited about. The other thing we also have, like I mentioned, is Yukon. So we're the only other gold company to have a material land position right beside Snowline. So it's us, Snowline, and Fireweed Base Metals. This is clearly a world-class metals camp, between Fireweeds, Mac Pass. The Valley Discovery is located 50 kilometers to the north of our King Tut property. It's our main property in the Yukon. It's the most advanced. And if there's that kind of little dashed line, that's an old the Plata Silver winter road. And it's the most logical way to build to access the Valley Discovery in a potential mining scenario. So, that's right at our front door. So we're in the heart of this emerging gold camp, or not, a field by a few hundred kilometers, and we're truly in the midst of this. And we're at 8.5 million market cap, while our neighbors are, multiples, 815 and $1 billion company. So we're really excited. Our camp is off on the road as well, and we can truck in our materials, our bulk items, and then we fly it to our project, reducing upfront costs, and we can leverage the McMillan Pass airstrip for cruise ship change. So zooming into King Tut, this is a 20-kilometer long property from tip to toe. There's 2 intrusions on it, the Golden Mass intrusion, and then 9 kilometers away is the Weas intrusion. We recently acquired that from Snowline Gold, so we consolidated the 2 intrusions on there. On this map, there's a significant amount of gold and soil anomalies. You can see that's the geochem, and effectively that's how it's sat since 2011. So last year, on the back of raising the capital, we were able to finally put boots in the ground, and for the first time in 12 years, and we went out to go drill the Golden Mass anomaly before we acquired the Weas intrusion. But we drilled 6 holes in the Golden Mass intrusion, and we confirmed widespread gold, which I'll take you through in a second. But Weas, starting with that first, you can see, beautiful sheeted veining on surface. Again, stacks up pretty well with, the Valley discovery, as well as the Sydney intrusion that Snowline controls about 15 kilometers away from Weas. It hasn't had any work basically since 1996. So we did a small field program consisting of channel sampling, mapping, prospecting to refine and prioritize the targets ahead of a potential program at a later date. And then the other one is Golden Mask, as I mentioned. In 2023, we drilled 6 holes within this intrusion. Every hole hit. It wasn't the 200-300 meters right off the bat like I think the market was hoping, but we confirmed it's a fertile gold system. And as you can see in the dark pink is basically how it outcrops on surface, and that's how we mapped it since 2011. And while we were drilling, you can see our drill densities up in that area on the ridge. While we were doing that, we were flying drone mag, and we got these preliminary results at the end of the program just in time. And we realized that the footprint of the intrusion is actually 7 times bigger than we mapped on surface. The reason why we didn't see it, because the growth is actually down into the valley floor where it's marshy. So, the geochem did pick it up. You can't map it. So that was a big surprise. So we also, part of our field program in the summer, we spent 10 days here extending the soil grids to the south and southeast, as well as prospecting and analyzing this new footprint. We also did, at the end of the program, we got these results just in time to drill a 700-meter step out from where we were drilling, and we confirmed that we hit the intrusion, got gold, confirming that this is this anomaly is actually the intrusion footprint. So we're really excited about this. This obviously still very early days. We think there's abilities to vector in. As you can see, this is largely untested. It's certainly not. I think there's a lot of opportunities to potentially make a new discovery here, confirming now that we know it's a fertile gold system. So, obviously, look at the song curve. We're right at the beginning of this discovery phase. We're at 8.5 million market cap. We can give that outsized returns for investors. We're located in extremely great jurisdictions. Timmins, obviously, the Canada's go-to gold camp, as well as the Eastern Tombstone Gold Belt, which has attracted a significant amount of interest as of late on the back of some world-class discoveries. So, we have that barbell approach where we can explore Yukon in the summertime and Timmins all year if we want, so we can generate that all year news flow and maximize our potential to make those discoveries and reward our shareholders. With that, thank you very much.
We've got a couple of minutes. Are there any questions for Brock? That was an impressive picture of sheeted veins, of pretty classic stuff. So what you sampled those, or what kind of results did you get from that picture?
Still waiting on the results, but yeah, we did. Basically, in 1996, there was 5 holes. The headline one was 21 meters of a gram. There were some channel samples from 1994 that was 3 meters of 15 grams. So, and it hasn't seen any work since then. So we went out to go validate some of those areas, the trenches, and in addition, expand new areas of trenching and field mapping and grab sampling to help refine to validate those historic results, but also potentially, vector into areas that we want to drill, prioritize the areas to drill.
Okay, well, we look forward to more results. Thank you, Brock.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.